What is going on, all of you gaming legends out there? My name is Tyler, or Deathly, and this is going to be my draft analysis. That's right, baby. Seattle Drizzlers are coming back. We are doing P4G Season 3, returning to a throwdown match with A-Drive and Crimson Siva. That's right, the 251 crew is in yet another battle league, and I'm going to be giving this my best shot here. So the new unique thing about this league, guys, it is tier 3 and below, actually. So, you're going to see some unique picks. Going to be a lot of interesting things going on. Personally, I'm a big fan. I was really excited about this. I jumped full into the draft instead of getting told what to pick. And there's going to be, I think it's an even playing field with the fact that the meta has changed. It is tier 3 and below. So, a lot of potential for some crazy plays to be had. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into my draft with Empoleon. That is right out of the gate. So I was draft pick number 16. So I actually have the wheel. So it kind of gave me a unique opportunity to pick everything in duos. So it was great. I grabbed Empoleon for a solid steel type with both rocks, defog, and it also has haze. So some hazard control and some setup control as well. Special and physical move pool, strong support role, as well as an ability to wall some teams, and it forms the defensive backbone of my team while also providing pressure on some Pokemon as well. Empoleon is a steal of a first-round draft pick, helping form a little bit of that water, fire, grass core. That's right, we're not going with a rain team this season. Did the super gimmicky rain team out of the gate for my first ever draft. Going for something a little bit different this time around. So, on the wheel pick with start off round 2, I am snagging Alolan Muck. Best defensive typing in Gen 7 with its dark and poison, giving it both a defensive and an offensive pressure. Best pursuit trapper in the game, and an absolute beaut of a pick. This thing is disgusting, extremely defensive, throw on an assault vest as well, and this thing can just sit in front of teams. It's a great pivot, pairs beautifully with Empoleon, and it just overall I think is a beautiful, beautiful mon. Oh god. Also nicknames, Akihito for Empoleon is our beautiful, wonderful Emperor of Japan. Then Rainbow Roll for Alolan Muck. And then Yakatori for our beautiful, wonderful Talonflame. So starting to pick up some offensive mons on the second wheel pick to complete that fire, grass, water core, as I mentioned. Gen 6 powerhouse, still very much a monster. Amazing offensive options, has setup moves, and can actively pressure mons, as well as being hella fast. That's right, hella fast with 126 base speed. And with its Gale Wings ability giving access to priority for flying moves, a +1. This thing out of the gate, as long as I can control hazards and it can come in fresh with full HP, is guaranteed to be hitting first, and that could be a very dangerous thing for a lot of these lower tier mons. And now to complete that core, as I've been mentioning, as I've been just pounding through to you guys, we have Virizion, closing out my second wheel pick. And starting off round 4 of the draft. Great offensive typing with grass and fighting, covering our ground weaknesses for our team, which are a threat to our Alolan Muck, and our Empoleon has amazing offensive options. Base 90, both special attack and regular attack, and the move pool to support that. Great speed stat, and has potential for setup with some Calm Mind action. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I actually have mons with hazards, mons with setup potential, no more dependency on that rain core, but I didn't leave out all of my mons from last season. So Virizion's nickname is Wasabi, and then special, if we do shiny Espeon, we're going to name it Edamame, which is perfect. So, bringing back Espeon, we picked it up late last season for the P4G, and it ended up being one of my top killers. It put a lot of pressure. Magic Bounce, it's a great hazard control, provides support for hazard-susceptible mons like my Talonflame. Base 110 speed, setup potential, Choice Spec Z move can easily 2-hit KO or completely shred Mons and non-resisted Mons as well. So just a beautiful, wonderful, oh god, Minerva McGonagall coming in clutch, and it's going to be wonderful. So that is paired with my Gligar. Speaking of hazard control, so we have Espeon to deal with their hazards, as well as Gligar with its Levitate ability, potential ground pivot to avoid EQs. It doesn't have to worry about Stealth Rocks, and pairs defensively rather well with Alolan Muck, that Toxic Orb, Annoyance. Now, unfortunately, Gliscor was not available in this format, but Gligar should be, I think, just as beautiful of a defensive wall for us here. So we are going to move right in. What the hell did I name this thing? What the hell did I name that thing? We'll get to it. Shedinja is Sashimi. Sashimi. Because it only has 1 HP. That is right. So we were forced to pick 2 Mons from Blue Tier, which is a Stage 2 baby Pokemon, and then also some PU and under Mons. Grab Shedinja for the lulz. Rage quit potential if they prep terribly, because it punishes bad prep. And the fact that it can literally only die to super effective moves due to its Wonder Guard ability. So it is susceptible to fire, flying, dark, ghost, and rock. But anything else literally will not kill it. Pair it with a Lumberry and say somebody tries to get sassy with a Will-O-Wisp or a Toxic. But that is going to be paired with my Drampa. Round 8 Steel, dude. Oh my god. So, as you can imagine, with a lower tier league, there weren't a lot of options for Dragon typing. And by round 8, there weren't a lot left. But we get Stab Hyper Voice, which is nasty. Has access to Draco Meteor. Berserk ability, under half HP, special attack increase. And to counteract that, has access to Roost, so that we can actually get that benefit of Berserk and then also heal up as well. So pairs well with chip damage, becomes a threat with the Berserk, has access to the healing moves, and then can set up on top of that with Calm Mind. So it gives it the potential to break down defensive walls or O-hit KO. Speaking of walls, our last round pick, or last wheel pick, because we only have one more Mon after this double duo here to round out my draft, is Rhyperior. Great defensive Pokemon, although it is 4 times weak to both grass and water due to the ground rock typing. Very slow base speed, but with Swords Dance, Rock Polish, Weakness Policy, this thing can get disgustingly offensive and become a monster with huge sweep potential. So I am very, very excited about Rhyperior, a.k.a. Bento Box, and then Drampa we nicknamed, as you can imagine, Dragon Roll. Yes. So then we have Electros here as our last wheel pick, also known as Ugami. Electros is going to be our beautiful electric pivot with essentially no weaknesses because it has Levitate. So those ground weaknesses that normally would be a problem for it literally aren't. So, very, very excited about Electros, snagging that in round 11 or round 10 here to pretty much close out the draft. Just pulling up my team listing here. So, yes, Unagi, aka Eel, and then our Gligar was actually going to be called Benny Emo. I'm probably mispronouncing that terribly. Basically, it's purple sweet potato for Japan. And then Hayazaki for Glaceon is aka Cold Sake. So pretty much went Japanese themed for everything involving our Mons. Japanese food for the most part. But last blue tier pick. So somehow snuck through. I get Ice Stab. It's our second evolution, and it has Cleric potential as well. But honestly, Glaceon is very disgusting. with its, let me look at this. Glaceon, what do you got for me? Glaceon has a base 130 special attack. So pretty much coverage-wise, we have everything I could possibly have needed or imagined. So please let me know your thoughts on the team, what you guys liked, what you didn't. If you, what do you think? What do you think? I definitely have a lot more of a competitive mindset in things moving forward from the last season. I think I've learned a lot heading into my second Battle League ever. With not doing a gimmicky rain team, it gives me access to a lot of setup and hazards and just the ability to pivot my mons well. There aren't a lot of weaknesses to my team. There's a lot of coverage, and I think with the lower tier format, I have a very solid chance of at least going. So last season was 12 games. We went 2-10. This season, we could definitely go 3-10. Which, I mean, one more win than last season would be wonderful. But that's going to wrap things up for me, guys, and gals, and everybody else. Thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know who your favorite mon that I drafted was, what you thought was a steal. Let me know your thoughts for the season. If you watched anybody else's videos, be sure to let me know how you think I'm going to compare. Week 1 is versus Under the Radar, so keep an eye out, and I will see all of you beautiful, wonderful, sexy gaming legends out there next time. Take care.